What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. As you can probably tell from the video title, today we're going to be talking about camera movement. Now within camera movement, I like to break things down into two different categories, which is a static shot and a moving shot. And within this video, I'm going to break those two categories down even deeper. Now when I'm shooting, I like to think of a moving shot within two different ways that I could get those two shots. A, I could use a slider or a gimbal, or B, I could shoot it handheld using my hands. So we'll start off with the first thing, a slider or a gimbal. Now before I get into it, I just want to say that this is probably the thing that you're going to be using the least within shooting your work. The reason being is because gimbal shots are a super stylistic look. Like unless you have a purpose for it, you're not going to want to be shooting a whole film or a whole commercial on top of a gimbal. With a gimbal or a slider, you're going to be getting a smooth following or pushing in shot. And it's gonna look cool. I gotta say, it's gonna look cool. But on the long run, however, if you're having a commercial or a film that's only gimbal shots the whole way through, it's just not gonna look interesting. Like the audience is gonna get tired of seeing the gimbal over and over again. The shot will look the same unless you do have in-frame elements such as composition or action within the frame, which honestly has nothing to do with your camera movement. So if we're looking at camera movement, the gimbal or a slider is a good way to get a certain type of shot if you're looking for it. However, having a smooth shot is not what you're going to be wanting to have all the time, which brings me to the category number 2 of the moving shots, which is handheld. With handheld, you're going to be getting the most natural look. The camera's perspective is going to be closest to the human eye, and the audience will feel like they're actually in the frame with the subject. Now when shooting in handheld, there's a couple of things that are super important that you want to have. One being a top handle. With a top handle, you'll be able to wrap your hand on the top and really get low within the frame, and you'll be able to get these new angles that you wouldn't be able to get if you didn't have it. The second thing you're going to want is weight on your camera. When you add weight on your camera's going to be a little heavier. Now with that weight, it's going to get rid of all those tiny little jitters, which you're not going to want when you're shooting a bigger, more professional commercial or film. Now with that being said, let's move on to the static shots. Within static shots, there's only really one sort of tool that you're gonna need, which is a tripod. Now with the tripod, you're relying mostly on composition and things that are happening within the frame. Now within tripod shots, your audience is gonna really get a moment to take in the whole entire frame and really look at everything that's happening, which is super powerful within your film. There are also no distractions within your frame. There's no movement, no jitters, no handheld, no gimbal sliders or anything like that. It's just the camera and the subject and the rest of whatever is in that frame. Just remember that when you're using a gimbal, composition and whatever is happening inside the frame is key. Well, that breaks down the way that I look at camera movement. Now obviously there's other people's opinions and how camera movement should work, and there's other tools that you could also use. But with where I'm at now and with the stuff that I want to create, a gimbal, a tripod, and my hands are really all that you need to get started. So with that being said, I hope you take these tips and these tools and you go and create what you want to create. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell for more notifications for when I post, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.